What's going on YouTube? So I want to talk to you today a little bit about bodybuilding. And before I say this, I want to say that I do respect bodybuilding. I do feel like it is an art form. It is does take dedication, take commitment. It does take a lot of work to get to where they are. There is no denying that, right? There is no denying that this kind of commitment, this kind of dedication, right, is commendable, right? But I feel like it's stupid, right? And I want you to hear me out here because a lot of people will say, "Hey, man, you're stupid for saying that." Well, listen, man, listen. I mean, a lot of people don't really consider the implications of their actions. They don't really consider that their actions have consequences, right? The way the human body is designed, right? We're not designed to move in such linear planes of motion, right? Now, this is a message to bodybuilders, to powerlifters, to gym bros, to everyone that's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. This is really the message to them. What you're doing is stupid. What you're doing is stupid. If you're not including rotational movement in your training, if you're not training rotational movement, if you're not training this kind of movement, right? If you're just training bodybuilding and powerlifting and you just think, oh, I can just stretch and it'll be okay. Now, that's a lot of them do that. They think, oh yeah, I'll just train powerlifting, I'll just train, and then later on they say, oh, I feel stiff. I feel stiff. I feel like, like something's going to break because they don't understand that the fascia doesn't function like that. The fascia is a sheath. It's fluid. The fascia is water. That's why Bruce Lee said, be water, my friend. There's a reason he said that. There was a reason that he included all of the ways of movement, right? He didn't just move in a linear plane. When he moved, right? He did a lot of rotational movement. He did a lot of boxing. He did a lot of kicking. He did rotational because that's how the body moves. The body moves in rotation. It also moves in all planes of motion. It moves forward. It moves back. But it moves in rotation also, and that's something that is not included in bodybuilding and powerlifting, right? I mean, powerlifting is the stupidest in my opinion. Deadlift, squat, bench press. What else you got? But yeah, bodybuilding is just as bad. Bodybuilding is just as bad. You go to the gym or you have a home gym, but you do these just linear movements. You don't include any rotational movements. But I have seen some of them are figuring it out because I did see a kickboxer from France and he was doing a lot of rotational movement. He was, like I say, he was a kickboxer, of course, so he's going to be doing it, but he's still on a bunch of steroids. And obviously his body is inflamed, he's holding more water, and obviously, yeah, I mean, the effects of anabolics. And obviously the effect of holding more mass as well is your blood pressure is going to go up. Your cardiovascular system is going to suffer because the more mass you hold, the harder it has to work. And just because it's, and like people confuse this, oh yeah, it's good in it, because hard work, but not if it's doing it all the time, and not if at night time you have to wear breathing apparatus, like, and you're getting I can't remember what that thing's called, but it's where your throat gets blocked and you struggle to breathe at night. I can't remember what it's called. If anyone knows what it's called, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't really remember. But you get the message, man. It causes all these problems. And like I say, I just don't feel like it's a worthy pursuit, in my humble opinion. People will disagree. People will disagree. People will say, that's all you need. People will say, all you need is the gym. All you need is bench press, deadlift, rows, pull-ups, chin-ups, dips. That's all you need. Or just, free weights, But there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it. You have to look at, the way you have to look at the human anatomy. You have to look at the way the body moves. Like I say, the rotations, it moves in rotations. It moves in many planes of motion. It doesn't just move in one. So, that's my biggest argument against bodybuilding, powerlifting, gym bros. Obviously, it's different for people that do go to the gym. Like, I feel like if you lift weights, I would say only lift, or if you do body weight exercise, only do it 2 times every set, or whenever you feel like it. But I would say include more rotational than you include just these type of linear planes of, because like I say, the body doesn't move like that. The body doesn't move like that, and eventually you probably end up like Ronnie Coleman. Obviously that's an extreme case, but people do have, there's young people getting back surgeries because of their lifting. People are dying because of squats. Obviously that's an extreme case again, but there's people that are injuring themselves because, like I say, the fascia doesn't work like that. It doesn't just want to move like that. The body just doesn't want to just move in that kind of linear motion. It likes to move in everywhere. And people say, oh, we'll just go for a walk. Walking doesn't cut it. I'll just go for a run. Running doesn't cut it. Of course, those things are great, but those things alone are not going to offset the side effects of just lifting in a linear. And you can see the effects, man, from Ronnie Coleman. And he used to do walking as well, to try and offset the effects. And like I say, stretching as well, it doesn't help. I mean, sure, it's going to offset some of the effects, but man, you can just look at how stiff they are. They're very stiff. A lot of them can't even wipe their own asses because they're too big. And what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do, So, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.